I raised my siblings after my mom died, and now my dad blames me for ruining his relationship with them. I'm 30 now, but my parents had me when they were teenagers. When I was 12, they had my first brother. Then 2 more kids came within the next 3 years. After my first brother was born, my mom basically stopped functioning. She wouldn't leave her room and barely took care of the babies. I was only 12, but I had to step up and do everything. Change diapers, make bottles, put them to bed. My dad was never home, even though he got off work at 5 o'clock. He'd go to bars or hang out with his friends instead of helping. When I was 15, my baby sister was born, and my mom died from complications a few weeks later. That's when I became their parent for real. I begged my dad to at least put them in daycare so I could go to school. He agreed, but I was the one dropping them off and picking them up every single day. Even after I turned 18, I stayed home and went to community college so I could take care of them. My dad would leave money on the counter and then disappear for days or weeks at a time. I was basically a single parent at 18 years old. When I was 23, I somehow met my girlfriend Tessa, who was willing to help me raise 3 kids that weren't even mine. She'd come over and help with homework, make dinner, do bedtime routines. She was amazing. My dad tried getting sober a few times over the years. The first time, my siblings were 7, 6, and 4. He showed up all excited to be a real dad, finally, but they didn't trust him at all. They barely even knew who he was. When he tried to help them with something, they'd run straight to me instead. He'd get mad and ask why they wouldn't give him a chance. But what did he expect? I'd been there for every nightmare, every scraped knee, every school event for years. He was basically a stranger to them. After a few months of trying, he'd give up and go back to drinking. This happened 2 more times with the exact same pattern. He'd get sober, the kids wouldn't trust him, and he'd start drinking again. When I was 25, I married Tessa, and we bought our first house. I felt so guilty leaving my siblings alone with my dad, so they started spending tons of time at our place. Then one spring break when they were 15, 14, and 12, they came to stay with us and just never left. My dad didn't even fight it. He signed over custody, and that was that. Now they're 18, 17, and 15. I've told them they can have whatever relationship they want with our dad. My oldest brother sees him sometimes, but the younger 2 want nothing to do with him. Last week, my dad called me screaming. He said it's my fault that 2 of his kids won't talk to him, that I should have backed off when they were younger and forced them to bond with him, that I took over and pushed him out of their lives. I told him that's garbage. He could have actually been a father. He could have refused to let me take over. He could have made them come home 3 years ago when they moved in with me. He chose to sign custody over instead of fighting for them. He said I made it impossible for him to be their dad, that they only wanted me because I spoiled them and made everything easy.